Okay, so I ended up entering. It wick rejected our 38.2, our 101.90, basically our 1 to 2 right here. I'm trying to get at a 101.90, but whatever, it's close enough. So yeah, we're basically looking for the market to create a 5-minute high or low right here. So I like to see this bullish momentum. Like I said, I always get the trade ready to close because sometimes the market will just fly and hit your take profit. Now you could have it set for your take profit to where when it hits this, it closes out. But I like to leave it like this where I manually close out, just because sometimes, like say the market just absolutely flies out of nowhere and it flies past my take profit and I close it, then at least I've secured a little bit more, profit. But normally that only happens if some, big news event happens, and I never trade around news. So it could happen without a news event, but just it would need a lot of volume. So now we just sit and wait for it to hit our take profit. I do like that it printed a bullish engulfing candle. This could be the start of our 5-minute high or low, and we could continue to push bullish. But just because it created 5-minute bullish engulfing candle doesn't mean it's 100% gonna hit our take profit. It could do this and then continue to go bearish. So I'm just saying there's a higher probability. Now that this created a 5-minute bullish engulfing candle, there's a higher probability that we push bullish and create a 5-minute higher low. But anything can happen in the market. It's a game of probabilities. Nothing's 100%. Loving this bullish volume. But if this candle closes like this, even higher probability that this is going to be the start of our 5-minute high or low. This is the bullish volume that we were looking for. I mean, I know I said it with this previous candle and it closed bearish. So same thing. This could be nice bullish push and still close bearish. So can't get too excited. Okay, close bullish engulfing. That's what I like to see. Means that right now there's more buyers than sellers. So definitely want to see this push towards our take profit. So looking like this is gonna be our 5-minute high or low, but we need it to continue to push bullish. We have more bullish volume coming in. But as I said that, now it started to retest a little, or pull back a little. Definitely don't like that bearish volume. But I mean, if anything, basically market 5-minute higher high, higher low. Market could fail to create a 5-minute higher high, but still create a 5-minute higher low and still go bullish with their 5-minute overall bullish trend. Basically, if you look at like this, you can see we have a higher high, higher low. Market failed to create a higher high, but still created a higher low. And then look, if you take a fib, or not a fib, if you take a trend line, you can see that we are still, well, it would have to be right here, but we're still going up. So we had a higher high, higher low, failed to create a higher high, created a lower high, but then created a higher low. We still went bullish. 5 minutes still overall bullish. So even if it does do that, if it does fail to create a 5-minute higher high, we could still come back, create a 5-minute higher low, and then push bullish. So that's still a potential, but looks like it could just be a little retest and then push bullish. Definitely would like to see this bearish candle either close bullish or above this candle's low. So we did close above that candle's low, which is good, which means there is a potential that we could continue to push bullish. So could just be a little pullback, little retest candle, and then to continue to push bullish. But we could also go bearish too. So anything can happen in the market. So This is definitely a longer trade today, 36 minutes in so far. Sometimes I have trades that are literally 10 seconds. I enter, boom, hits my take profit. Not even like I've had trades that are like 5 seconds. I enter, boom, hits my take profit, and I'm done. And then I've had trades that have literally lasted, I think, I had one that lasted like 15 hours or something, 12 hours. So, I mean, it just depends. Each day is different. So if this candle closes like this, I'm going to say that the market we did, so we had a 5-minute higher high, 5-minute higher low. Then I'm going to say the market failed to create a 5-minute higher high. Now definitely we need to close above this 5-minute higher low, and then we can go bullish with our 5-minute overall bullish trend, our 1 hour current bullish trend, and 1 hour overall bullish trend. I am liking that we are closing above this 5-minute higher low. Now, hopefully we create a 5-minute higher low right here, and then push and create a 5-minute higher high. Loving this bullish volume. So we had a 5-minute higher high, higher low. Market failed to create a higher high, created a lower high, but now we just created a higher low right here. So now 5-minute is overall bullish still. And as you can see, like I was saying earlier, like you could literally throw a trend line and see that even though we failed to create a higher high, we still created a higher low, and we still stayed overall bullish because of that. So just because the market doesn't create a higher high doesn't mean that it's gonna go like the whole overall trend is gonna switch. It could still create a higher low and go bullish, because in an overall trend it has to create higher lows. So higher high, higher low, failed to create a higher high, created a lower high, but look, still created a higher low. 5 minutes still overall bullish. So it did close above this 5-minute high, did close above this 5-minute high, so it's good. Boom, there we go, hit our take profit. As you can see, we spiked up, I closed right away. This is the breakdown of the live trade that you guys just saw. I'm basically gonna explain to you why I got into the trade. So basically our candle entry was this bearish candle that retested, wick rejected our 38.2. It opened up at 1050, closed at 1055, so we entered at 1055. Now, let's actually just do a top-down analysis. So basically at the time of entry, our 4-hour, we were overall bullish, and we had a 4-hour bullish engulfing candle. Now our 1 hour, we were overall at the time of entry. Our 1 hour, we were overall bullish and currently bullish, as you can see. So we had a 1 hour lower low, lower high, lower low, failed to create a lower high. This candle, you can see we clearly closed above this 1 hour candle's lower high. So the 1 hour overall trend is bullish, and 1 hour current trend was bullish. And then we go down to the 5-minute. 5-minute has to be overall bullish. Now we have a 5-minute higher high, 5-minute higher low, 5-minute higher high. Now let's wait. Basically, market created, we failed to create a 5-minute higher low right here. We broke and closed past this 5-minute higher low. 5-minute was overall bearish. We had to wait for it to start to go bullish, and then we barely broke above this 5-minute lower high, but we did. And so this is our current 5-minute low. Now we're going to wait for a pullback. Fib is going to go at our current 5-minute low, and 0% at our current 5-minute high. And then, as you can see, market is wick rejecting our 38.2. Now remember, the market loves to retest and wick reject the fib levels that it just wick rejected. Our entry candle wick and go into a little bit of drawdown. Honestly, you could say that this was maybe a little too tight, to be honest. It did end up giving enough room, but maybe you could have put it somewhere down here, just in case the market wanted to go into a little bit more drawdown. Give the market time to breathe. You know, this is a little bit tighter. but it ended up working out. But anyways, a 1 to 1.90 for the take profit, not exactly a 1 to 2. I find that just aiming for a 1 to 1.90. I hit that more consistently than 1 to 2s, and it's only depending on how much you're risking. Like for me, it's only maybe like a $25 to $50 difference, but you know, if you're risking thousands of dollars, maybe it's $100 difference or whatever. But yeah, this just works for me. And then basically, market came down, retested, wick rejected our the fib that the entry candle wick rejected off of, and wick rejected our entry candle wick. And then, as you can see, we went bearish again, went into a little bit of drawdown, almost wicked us out, like I was saying. Like, stop loss was a little too tight for comfort, but, you know, it still ended up playing out. It didn't wick me out. And then we just ended up, market failed to, I guess we'll go right here. Market failed to create a 5-minute lower high, but we were still closing above this 5-minute higher low. And then we ended up creating a 5-minute higher low. Max before the market came back to break even was a 1 to 2.273. Reason why I say break even is I don't move it to break even, but if I were to hold it for like till a 1 to 3 or 1 to 4, 1 to 5, I would move my stop loss to break even at a 1 to 2. So yeah, that is the breakdown video, or the breakdown of why I got into the trade. I hope you guys enjoyed watching the live trade portion of this video and the breakdown of this video. And don't forget to follow me on all my socials. If you enjoyed the video, please hit like and subscribe. If you traded today, comment how much you lost or how much you won today. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.